Here we are in section 5-4 exercises numbers 18 through 25. For the problems, write an equation with a variable and then solve. All right, let's write this equation. We're going to translate these. 18 is what percent? That's an x, and remember we're going to change it to a decimal, of 60. Can we solve that equation? Yeah, divide by 60 on both sides, and x equals 18 divided by 60. So let's do 18. Let's simplify it. Oh my goodness. Let's not do the 18s. 18 divided by 60, divide by 6 and divide by 6, and it's 3 out of 10. Now 3 out of 10, that's going to be 0.3. X equals 0.3, which means 30%. Excellent. Now we could do a long division, 3 divided by 10, and then move the decimals, but I think you can see 3/10 is 0.3. Number 19. What is 87%, that's 0.87, times 54? So in that case, we're going to have 54, and we're going to times it by 0.87. We can do that by hand. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 2 is a 37. Put a 0 for that second row. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3 is 43. Add that up and we get 8, 9, 6, 4, and 2 decimal places. 46.98 is our answer. That is 87% of 54. Great. Number 20. 34 is... Let's write that out. 34 is 20%. That's remember 2.2 times what? Yeah, there's our x right there, our variable. So we divide by 0.2. We divide by 0.2. And, let me see. 34 divided by 0.2 is the same as 340 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3, that's once. Subtract. 2 goes into 14 7 times. That comes out nice. And then a 0. So x is going to be 170. 34 is 20% of a very large number, 170. Good. Number 21. What is 13%? So that's a 0.13 of 79. So just like number 19, we're going to do this multiplication. Take 79 times 13, 0.13, and we get 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is a 23. Put a 0 for that next row. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 7 is 7. And we get 7. 3 plus 9 is 12. Carry the 1, 10. So we get 2 decimal places. So that is, x is going to be 10.27. All right, number 22. 119 is 8%. Now remember that's 0.08. Oh, that's a terrible looking 8. There we go. 0.08 of what? That's our x right there. We got to divide by 0.08. Divide by 0.08. Oh boy, long division here. 119 divided by 0.08 is the same as 119 with just 8 going into it. Oh, let me see. We moved it 2 places. We got to have 2 decimal places there. So 8 goes into 11 one time. Subtract, and we get 39. 8 goes into 39 4 times. 4 times 8 is a 32. Subtract 70. That'll be 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract, and we get a 6. I think we had lots of room here. Drop down the 0. That's a 7. 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract, and we get a 4. We're going to use a decimal here. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So x is 1,487.5, which I think kind of If you think about it, 119 is just 8%. It's got to be a very large number. So yeah, it's like 10% tithing on a big number. So yeah, I would say 1,400 makes sense there. All right, number 23. 23 is what percent of 40? So 23 is what percent of 40? So in order to get x by itself, and this is why it's so valuable. We've been sometimes dividing, sometimes timesing, and when you're given the percent, you still divide sometimes, you times sometimes. And so in this case, it's very handy to write out this equation. And it tells you if you want to find x, you got to divide by 40 right here. 23 divided by 40. So that is 23 divided by 40. Let me see, we can move the decimal. So we're actually at 4 goes into, see, we move it this way, 2.30. Well, let's carry out a decimal or two. 4 goes into 2. It does not. 4 goes into 23 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract and we get a 3. That 0 will drop down. 4 goes into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract and we get a 2. Better take another 0 there. 4 goes into 20 5 times. Oh, that's nice. It stopped on us. 0.575, and it's asking that as in a percent. So we move the decimal 2 places, and it is 57. X is 57.5%. It's 0.575. Great. And number 24. Ooh, the original price is 92.56 and the tax is 7.3%. Notice this isn't just asking us to find the tax, but we have to do that. So we're going to take 7.3% of 92.56. So that's 92.56 times 0.073. Yeah, not 0.73, that'd be 73%. So 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 9 is 27. Put a 0 down there for that next row. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 4 is 39. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. And 7 times 9 is 63, plus 1 is 64. So 8, 8, 16, 15, 7, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if this is dollars and cents, the tax is 6.7. Got a round right here, so that guy will turn it to a 6. So the tax is going to be $6.76. And now we have to find the final price. So take and add that to the 92.56. 6 plus 6 is 2, carry the 1, 12. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 2 is 9, and then the 9. So the final price is 99.32. And notice that's, we had to do two things. We had to take the rate of taxing times the original price and then add it to that original price. That's going to come up in our next discussions. We didn't need to solve for the original, so we didn't need to use algebra, but I want you to note that we used that it was P, the original price, plus that tax rate times the P, that's the formula for tax right there, equaled our final price. Notice this is what we did. We did the tax rate times the price here, and then we added it to that original price here. So that's important to note that we use that formula. Okay, the final one, number 25. The original price is $58.50. We're going to take 30% of that original price. So 58.5 times 0.30. So we take 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25, carry the 2. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17, 17.55. That is our discount. So now we're going to subtract it because it's a discount. We take 58.50, subtract 17.55. Well, 0 minus 5, we can't do that, so that's a 4. 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 5 is too small, so we go 14 minus 5 is 9. 7 minus 7 is 0, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So the final price is 40.95. Now notice what we did. We took that discount rate times the price, that gave us the discount. Then we subtracted it from the original price to get our final. Let's put a dollar sign on that and box it in. This guy right here, notice very similar to that one. Those are the formulas. That's the pattern that we've been using and kind of created that formula that will get us these percent changes. Good.